So many people face tough challenges like losing 3 jobs in a row, and then they just give up. What made you different? Why? And also, why real estate versus some other form of business?
When I graduated at 17, did a year of college, and then joined the army so I could pay for college. It was always beat into me that you have to do this. And we didn't look at the ROI of actually getting a degree. I just blindly went where my parents had taught me my whole life to go. After that, I realized, man, this is hard. I got to pay for this. I can't even get enough loans, and I'm working 3 jobs. I never considered giving up. So I joined the army, did 4 years active duty, ended up 13 years total. And in that time frame, I was a platoon sergeant. I was a medic in the army. I was treating people. I had 40 guys working for me. I had 12 ambulance squads that were running 24 hours a day. And the bottom line is, as a platoon sergeant, if I made bad decisions, people could die. As a medic, if I made bad decisions, people could die. So you ask, how did I go and not give up? I never considered giving up. It didn't matter what happened. Most of my adult life at that point in time, if I made a bad decision or if I just gave up, people would die. And so I just never gave up. I don't know how to give up. Even today, I can't imagine walking away and giving up from something.
Well, it's pretty fascinating. But the second part of my question is why real estate once you got into your own business versus something else?
That is not a simple question. I knew how to work with my hands. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yes.
Right before I lost my last job, I decided to buy my first rental property. And about the same time as I got fired, I got it rented. So I finally got my first check, and definitely not two before I lost that job. But it wasn't enough to make the payment on having another vacant house. I couldn't even make the payment on my own house. And I'm counting on people paying rent, and my wife is making 850 an hour. So there's no way we're living off of that. And I just decided, you know what? If we're going to do this, I've lost 3 jobs in 2 years, and each one I immediately came back. I got a better job paying me twice as much money, give or take, within a few weeks of losing the one before that. And I just decided I'm done. I'm not going to get another job ever. I am going to start my own business. It is going to be, involve real estate. And I would just like to buy houses, fix them up, and rent them out. And that has evolved into 18 different businesses, including multiple holding companies, a construction company, a real estate brokerage, a little bit of lending, and a bunch of training companies, multiple books, a radio show. But it all stems from that first decision of trying to create a better life for my family. And I just happen to choose real estate as the vehicle to do it.